everybody is following the sessions which I'm taking care about AWS services can be integrated to this Spring Boot. And today I would like to discuss about the CI/CD process which can be provided by AWS itself. That is something like AWS CodePipeline. Okay, so first of all, you may ask one question: why should we go for what CI/CD? Yes, definitely. Usually, what we are doing, if you observe this, usually what we are doing. Let me cross check. Yeah. So if we have any web application or any microservice application, we have what we are doing. We are just creating the jar file and then we are deploying into that particular server elastic beanstalk. So after that, after some time, if any changes are required, again we go to their our source code and again we have to make the changes, and again we are preparing the jar or var file and then we are deploying. So if you keep on doing like this based on the requirement, keep on changing manually, it will become a very tedious job, and it is not possible even manually to perform this. It is not at all possible. So that's where CI/CD coming into the picture to automate this process. So to do that, if you observe this particular integration flow, instead of preparing the jar or var file directly, what we are doing, what we supposed to do is something like we have a Spring Boot application, we have a microservice application is there. First try to like once you do the changes, you just try to check out these changes to the Git repository, and once the code will be checked out to the particular repository, Git repository, say something like GitHub, and here AWS coming into the picture, AWS code build is there. Inside this we are going to like configure what kind of, inside this AWS code build, what we are doing, we supposed to like give some input in the form of buildspec.yml file. So what buildspec.yml file contains, what are the steps to build the application, what are the steps are required, like cleaning, packaging, and then installing. All these steps you have to like provide in the buildspec.yml file, which is the part of your Spring Boot application. Whenever you give this YML file as an input to this AWS code build, accordingly it will perform those build operation, and then it will prepare the build file itself, I mean jar or var, and once it is done, then it will be automatically deployed to this elastic beanstalk itself. This entire process we are going to like automate as a part of AWS service, that is of course AWS CodePipeline. It's something like AWS CodePipeline is exactly, I mean it is somehow it is similar to like what Jenkins. It is not exactly like a Jenkins, but definitely whatever the functionality Jenkins is usually doing, and that will be achieved by using this AWS CodePipeline itself. So okay, so I hope you understand. So that means whenever you push, whenever you commit your code, whenever you check out your code to the GitHub, when some changes occur, AWS code build will identify that, accordingly it will prepare again the build file, and accordingly it will be redeployed to the elastic beanstalk whenever any changes are going to be happen. Okay, so that is how exactly this integration flow is open, and now I would like to show you, I wanted to like show you practically how exactly we can achieve. To do this, what I am doing, just try to like prepare one simple Spring Boot application. Okay, Spring Boot starter project, and here Spring Boot, this one is a CI/CD, right? Spring Boot CI/CD or else pipeline, code pipeline, right? Spring Boot code pipeline or else CI/CD is fine. CI/CD demo, okay, jar file, okay, fine. Click on the next, add the Spring web, and then Spring Web Tools. One second. Spring Boot Web Tools, Spring Boot Dev Tools I am adding for live reload. Click on the next, click on the finish. Okay, simple application. I'll prepare it and then I will try to create the jar, and then I will add the buildspec.yml. I'll try to push it into the Git repository. All this stuff I wanted to show you practically. You please try to follow the same steps while you're doing also. Okay, where it is, Spring Boot CI/CD demo com.xml file, and here, okay, I am just making this one as a REST controller. Let me save this, and here public string get data, and here I am just making this one as get mapping. Okay, and here get data, simply I am just giving like that, return welcome to CI/CD AWS CICD process using code pipeline. Is that code pipeline, AWS code pipeline and code build. Simply one information, one SOP message you're writing. Alright, let me try to run this application, run as Spring Boot app, whether it is working or not. First of all, I want to cross check. Okay, it gets started. Get data is there, localhost colon 8080 get data. Let me save this, and it is working, right? See here, it is working. So it is working. It's a normal basic application. Now what I am doing, Spring Boot CICD demo, I just stop this. Okay, go to the pom.xml file, and here what I wanted to give is give the final name, give the final name demo, any name you can give, with the name of whatever the final name element name you gave. With this name only the jar file is going to be created. And you know, the jar file also we are not going to create. We are trying to like or make this as automated process. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. But to do that, we supposed to like or prepare the build spec.yml file. So new, go to the file, build spec.yml file. Click on the finish. So for that build spec.yml file, I already have this code. Okay, let me try to explain this. One second. It's build spec.yml file. Let me copy this, come to our Eclipse, just paste this, save this. See here, demo, with the demo name only you gave in the pom.xml file. The same thing here. What are the phases you have? Tell me. Version, comments, MEN clean package. Okay, after post build, this information, this message I wanted to like what print. What are the files? Target, where exactly the jar file is available, under target with the name of demo.jar file. So already you gave final name as what, demo only, so it should be matched something like that with the build spec.yml file. Okay, so that is what you need to understand, build spec.yml file. Okay, fine. Spelling mistake is there? No, not there. Save it. So this is what you need to phases, build commands, MEN clean package, post underscore build commands, this message, artifacts, files, target, demo.discard path. Yes. So this is what you need to understand regarding build spec.yml file. And this file we are going to like what give as an input to whom? Tell me. To this particular AWS code build. Then only, and before that we supposed to like what push or commit the code changes to this GitHub. So to do that, what we have to do is, let me go to this path first of all, open the command prompt. But before that, I hope you already install the Git in your machine. If you want to like what use any Git GUI tool, as you can go ahead, and otherwise you can use the normal command prompt. Okay, normal command. But before that, what I am doing, just check it whether Git is really installed or not. Git, it got installed. Now what I am doing, let me github.com. This is my public repository. I already, let me create the repository. Here new repository. Okay, new repository. Here repository name is AWS CICD. Simply any name you can give. Okay, AWS CICD. Create the repository. Okay, now this is the repository, and these are the commands you have to like what follow. So just come to here, E drive, CD, learnings, CD, AWS, CD, Spring Boot. What is that? CICD, right? CICD demo. Yeah, we are in the same directory. Now here we have to like what follow these commands. What are the commands? Git init, first initialize to empty Git repository. That's fine. Now next is what? Git add all the commands. Git add dot, I am just giving. Okay, so now just check the status. See here, all these are ready to like what we supposed to like what once you added, we supposed to like what commit this. So how can we commit? Git commit -m. Okay, first commit any message you can write. Okay, that's it. So now you just observe Git status. Yeah, on launch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Now what we have to do is, you supposed to like what to add to this particular remote repository. So that's why just copy this, add this. once it is done, you have to like what, push. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, let me push it. That's it. Once it is done, it will take some time. Yeah, it is done. It is already done. So once it is done, you just try to like what, enter it. See here, all the code is coming or not, sir? All the code, whatever is there, all the code is coming or not, please. So this is how exactly we are committing the code to this particular GitHub itself. So now once it is done, you just observe the integration flow. We committed, we check out this code to this GitHub. Now what we have to do is, we have to like what, go to the AWS code pipeline, and there you have to like what, configure this AWS code build. I mean, there you have to like what, provide the GitHub URL and everything. Okay, so I'll do one thing, just come to here, AWS client or else AWS account, click on this, sign into the console, click on the next, click on the sign in. Yeah, please follow the same steps so to execute smooth. CI or else code pipeline. Yeah, see here, let me open link in new tab. Yeah, create pipeline, you just click on the create pipeline, pipeline name AWS CICD demo. Okay, existing service role or create new service role, you just keep new service role only. Click on the next, service source provider. What is the source provider? From where you are taking? GitHub only, right? Okay, what is this GitHub version 2, version 1? Okay, let me keep, action is not recommended. I don't know, GitHub version 2, I'm just, okay, fine. Okay, connection, okay, let me click on the connect to GitHub, connection name, okay, AWS CICD demo, let me connect to GitHub. Authorize AWS connector for GitHub. Okay, you're being redirected to authorized application. Already I logged in. GitHub apps create a link for your connection with GitHub. To start, install a new app or save this connection. Okay, one second, let me close this. What is the connection? Okay, choose an existing connection that you have already configured or create a new one and then return to this task. Choose a repository in your GitHub account. But once we connected, so then automatically all the repositories will be populated. That is my knowledge. Okay, one second, connect to GitHub. It's just trying to create the connection. Hold on. Connection name is undefined. Okay. Do I need to like what, give any my credentials? Okay, hold on. I'll just click on that install app. Here it is asking install on your personal account. Okay, let me, all repositories are only selected repositories only. I don't want all that stuff. AWS CICD, yeah, this repository only. Click on the install. Password Okay, I forgot, I think okay, let me confirm this. You're being redirected to AWS connector for GitHub account. Okay, GitHub apps, let me connect. Yeah, now it's done, ready to connect. Your GitHub connection is ready for use. Repository name, you are getting this, and branch name is master. Code pipeline default, click on the next. Okay, we faced the little bit issue while we are connecting. Only just click on the install app and automatically will get it. Build provider, it is not Jenkins, it is a AWS code build. That is what we told you in the integration flow. AWS code build we are using. Okay, so the same steps here I am following. AWS code project name. Okay, here what I am doing, click on the create project here. Continue to code, create a new code build project and return to code pipeline to finish configuring your pipeline. Project name anything you can give, CICD demo. Managed image, operating system, anything you can take. I'll take Amazon Linux. Okay, new service role name, use a build spec file, because we have already have a build spec file. That is why I'm not going to insert build commands. I'll just keep like this only. Okay, so group name, stream name. Okay, continue to code pipeline. Okay, anything is required. Okay, runtime, it is expecting the runtime standard image. Any standard one you can take. Okay, Amazon Linux, anything you can take. I'll take the standard one, I mean the latest one. I don't know. Okay, let me take this. Okay, remaining everything is fine. Let me continue to code pipeline. Yeah, it is just taking some time. Successfully created AWS CICD in code build. Okay, but before that okay, fine. Successfully created AWS CICD demo in code build. Okay, fine. Click on the next. Single build, deploy provider, to where you would like to deploy this, to Elastic Beanstalk. But right now Elastic Beanstalk is ready, we don't have, right, I guess. So that's why we'll try to keep like that. Let me first prepare the Elastic Beanstalk, because if you have any application we can use it. Otherwise, already we have one application is there. Environment is also ready. Okay, we'll try to use this, because I mean, if you really want to create the application, yes you can. Actually I forgot to delete this existing application, but anyhow I'll try to use this. If any issues we are getting, we'll try to create the new application, and then we'll see. As you already aware of how to create the Elastic Beanstalk application. Okay, so what I'm doing, come to here, just select AWS Elastic Beanstalk application name. Already it is there, since it is there, that is why it is getting populated here. Just select this, and an environment name also we are just selecting. Click on the next. See here, once it's done, okay, click on the create pipeline. That's it. Yeah, it is just taking some time. Yeah, see here, congratulations that the pipeline AWS CICD demo has been created. See here, source, it is pipeline execution ID, source, in progress. Once the code commits to this GitHub, okay, then it will go to next phase, that is what build phase, where your AWS code build is taking the help of build spec.yml file. Based on the commands which we are giving, accordingly it will perform the build file, and that particular jar file will be deployed to like what this AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So that is what exactly happening. Even if you are observing here, you see the steps are in progress one by one itself. If any issues, you can cross check it. I think this is an execution history. Source succeeded, GitHub version 2 in progress, AWS code build. Okay, once it is done, it will be deployed to like what AWS Elastic Beanstalk application. Okay, as I did not create the Elastic Beanstalk application newly, since I have already Elastic Beanstalk application, I am trying to like what use the existing application. I am just trying to deploy my recent application into that particular existing EBS application. That is what I am doing. Yeah, second step is also over. See here, build got succeeded just now. Here, if you really want to see the details, you can go to the details, and yeah, you see view entire log. See here, information, all that information in the build stuff. What are all the internal steps are going to be happen, all that log is going to be available here. You can cross check. You understand, right? Build got a success, build completed successfully, succeeded. This is the information. And yeah, so the third step right now it is deploying. Okay, yeah. Deploy is also over. See here, tick mark, it is there, succeeded. Okay, now let me open link in the new tab, Elastic Beanstalk application. So this is the domain name, right? Okay, just click on the domain name. Oh my god, 502 bad gateway. If that is the case, the wrong stuff is, since it is Elastic Beanstalk, it's supposed to like what give okay, under src main resources server.port equal to 5550 or else 5000. Okay, from start I'm adding these things. Okay, when you are making these changes, what we need to do is whenever you are making changes, what usually we are doing, we supposed to like what commit and then followed by push. Okay, so to do this, git commit -m second commit modified, your branch is up to date. Okay, no changes added to the commit, use git add. Okay, first let me add this, and then git commit -m second commit. Okay, fine, one file changed. And git push, what is that command? I think previously I used here. What is that command? Git push -u origin master. Okay, see here, yeah, it's done. So whenever the changes are going to be happen, since you made the changes, see here, the code build is started. See here, I did not do anything. When you push that particular stuff, automatically those changes will be identified by this AWS code build, and accordingly those things are going to be taken, and accordingly it started. I am just pushing, that's it. Whenever I do that, this action is also started. That is what I know exactly the point of talking about the CICD automation. We are making this process as automated, continuous integration, continuous deployment itself. Yeah. Since I am making 5000, since Elastic Beanstalk is always looking for that particular port number only, I don't know the reason. If anybody aware, please try to comment that in the comment section. Whenever we are working with the AWS EBS Elastic Beanstalk, I used to configure my port number as 5000 only. Yeah, you see source also second commit. Whatever the message I wrote there, it will be auto refreshed. Yeah, build is also done. Okay, build is also done. Like this, whenever you make any changes in the source code, it will be this particular code pipeline, whatever you have created, AWS CICD demo. Since you made all the steps, all the changes, you configured in such a way, it is just taking those changes and it will deploy, it will build accordingly, and it will be deploying into the corresponding application server itself. Deployment provider is what? Our case, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Yes, it's done. Once it's done, at least now, Elastic Beanstalk will go there. Now click on the domain name. Previously we got a white label error page, and this time we are not getting anything. And here I think get data, if I am giving, yeah, you see here. So this is what exactly, previously in the localhost 8080 we are getting, and the same information right now we are getting using this AWS Elastic Beanstalk. But this time, even if you are making any changes, your responsibility is only just commit that code into the Git repository. We are not always we are not preparing the jar or var file. We are not deploying that into Elastic Beanstalk every time. We are not doing. Once you check out your code into the Git repository, automatically that changes will be identified by this AWS CodePipeline, and accordingly it will perform this build operation and then followed by deploy itself. This is how exactly we can work with this AWS CodePipeline using this particular code build itself. So I hope you understood. I'll just try to if any issues, if any problems you are facing, please try to post your questions in the comment section. Okay, please try to follow the same steps to execute very smoothly itself. Okay, I'm just trying to telling you all the AWS services as a Java full stack developer, whatever the services we used to follow. I'm just trying to sharing my knowledge. That's it. Okay, if any comments, yes, you can. If any suggestions, I'm always feel free to receive, take it. Okay, so thank you. Hope you understand. Okay, happy learning. We'll meet you in my next session with a new concept. Thank you.